I have again given over there. Read this book, The Black Swan, and friends, kindly read India Today's that editorial, and you'll get to know, and it will really invoke you into this particular spirit. And this is what I talked about. India is surrounded by China. India is surrounded by Myanmar. India is surrounded by Bangladesh. India is surrounded by Afghanistan. India is surrounded by Iran. Because India's energy requirement, because of the growing economy, is going up. We have to find the alternative sources of the energy, especially the petrol, to run our cars, our industry. But what has happened in the last 4 or 5 years? We have tried to reduce the buying of the Iranian oil from 27 metric tons to about 11 metric tons. And what we are sourcing now is basically from Saudi Arabia, from Iran, from Muscat, Iran, which has been our traditional friend, may become a potential foe. Okay? Secondly, Iran comes into the picture. You won't believe that people don't have medicines. Our country is so lucky that we have medicines. It's a price which is important, but they don't have medicines because in the US and UN have put an embargo on that country of even importing food grains. So they become our potential foes. Pakistan is already, leading us. China, in Sri Lanka, we have been beaten diplomatically because of the infighting between our friends in the south. So we are surrounded by that. And China's influence in Nepal, in Bangladesh, in Myanmar, in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan, in the Middle East, in Africa, has really grown. And jokingly people say that this is called and I have named this coin as what I call it the dragon, the bangle. So what we are doing, our country is becoming encircled by the dragon bangle. So you have major ports coming up in Sri Lanka, you have a major port in Pakistan, Gwander, and from Pakistan there is an all year round traffic which goes from the Pakistan occupied Kashmir. In 62, if you remember, part of China, a part of Pakistan or Pak-occupied Kashmir has been given to China, and there they have a all-weather road. So all the energy requirement, the cost of the energy procurement has gone down. So they all become our potential allies. Believe me, sir, there is a philosophy that everybody is a friend, everybody is a foe. And depending upon the node, depending upon your selfish interests, countries become friends and countries become foes. So even China, even USA, which is our friend, can attack cyber because they doesn't require a cyber army sent to our fronts to fire. Russia becomes our enemy. Everybody becomes an enemy, and everybody is a foe. So that's the global scenario in cyber war. And to see this, Pakistan has been named the most unfriendly nation to the country. And this is a recent cutting which I have got it from Hindustan Times. And what are my cyber attacks? They are basically on 3 levels. And these 3 levels, one of them I call as the goddess right, which come from inexperienced people, limited funds. They are basically what I call as just for fun. And there's a one word which you have very often heard in the EPL, which is called as even the bragging rights. It's a very much what I call as a very called as a British term, an European term. So just let us say that I had this site and I had a bragging right among my peer group. Opportunistic behavior. You have to learn many things from cyber. Even a fool like me can do a cyber hacking, and I have tried to hack one or two computers. Target of known vulnerabilities. 80% of the vulnerabilities are very well known. It is 20% which affect real computers. Acting for thrills and landing bragging rights. At level 2, the mercenaries, which means I give a certain money to a professional hacker, and I say that I want to know what happened in the boardroom of Tata, and what are the new investments which they are going to take. I want to know and hack the computer of Anil Ambani. I want to hack phone conversations between Prince Harry while he was a trip to Argentina, and I want to see what are the photographs which he had taken in a pub. These are the mercenaries. I'm so sorry to say that, but these are being taken mostly by the journalists for making page 1 news for the PR. And it happened in UK. And they had to publicly apologize for hacking into the private lives of many of the celebrities. They had to pay on. Her mobile phone was hacked, and all her lovely pictures, I wish I could see that, were actually made available the price of that. So these are the little bit higher orders, what they are able to hack the passwords. And let me tell you, there's a software which can really take your password. If you have an easy one like Rajeev 123, in about 9 seconds or 10 seconds. First and foremost, lesson which you should learn from today, or if you have not learned it, is that make your password strong. And every institution and every organization should have a password policy, a very strong password policy. So this is the number which states you should have a capital, with an underscore so and so forth. The third is the national level thing, which means the nation acts against in their own interest, attack different nations, and to get the information out of the other. Secondly, China is very, very good in going for these types of things. They have a Ministry of the Interior whose only and only option is hack other countries' websites and bring those particular nations into the game. Because when these organizations or the countries get hacked, our PMO was hacked, our defense ministry was hacked, National Security Council computer were hacked, and all the important decisions had been compromised. What you should do, that computers which you work on a word file, it should be different from the network computers. So in PMO, you have two sets of computers, one for emails, internet research, and other for really hardcore work, which means the entire thing has been made offline. So, and sometimes when you find your hardware, be sure that get it tested, because when your malware is having infection of the highest order, at the time of when a file getting booting into the system, you always have the implanted person or the implanted agent in your system, and if it is connected to become a word, any computer in the world can come into the system because it is trying to send you a message, it is trying to send what is your password, and so on and so forth. So that is what things from the sea level. This is the cyber attacks among rivals from 2001 to 2011. And United States and China being friends, quotes and unquotes, are the great fighters from the cyber war. Maybe some of the time, because I have possible time, so I'll say some of the time I'll talk about this. This is a very interesting aspect, which I took some time to understand, and I will not be able to, because it is a victim country. The top 20 countries which are attacking each other, and I have my last slide. I have given my property that how we should tackle this problem. So the attack and the attacker. That is called as the predator and impunity. We have really grown big as far as the social media is concerned. We have got 80 million urban internet users in India. And it's my view and vision through the cyber crimes which can circulate that they should have a very strong password. So what is happening? Most of the intimate information you are posting is what I call it cache. You are trying to make it public always. I'm going to the office at that time. I come back from office at that time. I've got 2 sons, which is going to this school, and they are coming first from the class. Everything is making it available to children. Why does servants look at the scenario? I stay in a government colony, and sometimes or the other, when both husband and wife are working, and if they are not home, their house gets compromised. Who leaks the information? Neighbors. And here, if it's some crime agency is watching you on Facebook, and you have given all the information that I'm earning so much, I'm dining at this place, because there is what I call as the intelligent interpretation of what is it. Based on that, imagine a situation when your elder son is coming class 1 in the class, and you are working in the Standard Chartered Bank. Your son gets compromised. Your son gets, I'm not put it very mild way, taking to some other place which is friendly, discussion takes place, so exchange of money takes place, and then it is back. So, second option is please be careful when you are giving your information. I'll never give my photograph, whatever you have taken, and then I spoke on it. Because I'll get more people to subscribe to me that please do come and speak in our conference. So be careful when you are doing your online activity. Password theft. Technology Cafe stuck 2012 as the year of the password. Second statistic. In 2012, password theft increased to whopping 300%. Because we want to make life as easy as possible. So I'll give the name of my wife, or if I'm young, like many of you, give the name of the latest girlfriend, with a 123 or 321 or whatever it is. But that gets easily hacked. I told you that. And your all personal information gets linked to that. Cybercrime cost users $30.7 billion in the United States alone. And Yahoo and LinkedIn experienced severe security breaches affecting millions of registrars. And I've given in the writing you can see, I'm trying to give a solution to how best you can do that. But that is the applications. I'm told that Yahoo and LinkedIn have really patched up many of these things. Let me give you another sir, I have some time more. Are you enjoying? And hopefully I'm trying to give some. People are enjoying my lecture or not? Yes. Thank you. This is what the day is made when you get everything. At each such level. Whether when I was young, my mom used to make me my favorite dish. That was the appreciation. And when I make a lecture, people have smiling faces. I mean, because I'm trying to give some value users. I may die in maybe another 10 years or 12 years or 15 years. But the implantation of the new seeds and new ideas to my new generation, to my next generation, that is more important. I've been trained by very big people in the country, who were real leaders in the country. They never have had any account, leave aside taking any money. They didn't have any account. So I worked with them. So that is the mission which I actually work for. Indian institutions. What I'll do, I'll leave a PDF of this and maybe it will be available to you. You can read this. And in India also, the number of these cyber attacks on our banks are very extreme. There are a lot of what I call as the phishing attacks, the cloning attacks. And what people do is basically they try to create a similar type of bank facade. And then you are sending a message that if you are having a Bank of India account or a NDFC bank account, please give the details because we want to update. Never get moved by those types of things. Never. You should be as careful as I am sometimes. When somebody says, hey, what's your name? I ask them the question, why do you require? No, I want to spend with you. Okay, my name is Rajeev. And I said, what's your surname? I can ask them, why do you require? And the second question I asked them, did you ask me? So why should I give you the information? No, we would like to have a repository of the information. Saxena. Where do you work? Is it needed? No. Fine. My name is Rajeev. That's all it is. Sir, please give me your mobile. Never. Email maybe yes. Never mobile. I have my own privacy. I have my own life. And I should be left at peace. So what is happening now? When you have so many websites, so many things to move around, you give your user number to any Tom, Dick and Harry. They may or they may not create a Facebook account of you and try to say that this is I. Top 5 corporate losses due to hacking, which is $171 billion by Sony, $2.7 million by Citigroup, 200,000 clients users account information was compromised. Banks had to pay compensation to all the users over there. Tax code. 90,000 credit containers were stolen over there. Behavior of how, where, what to buy. Which means that I'm able to target those particular people of buying into the things which they may not need. AT&T. And what they did, they created a malware in the AT&T component in the US carrier, which means the entire location of the carrier was compromised. Entire things of the security systems were compromised over there. Fidelity Investments, SoftTech, E-Trade and Charles Schwab, those are world-class e-trading companies, and their customers were compromised. Bank sector. What they did, the hackers, they put a malware in the browser of the main server of the Bank of India. And when you are logging into the system, it captured your bank details, your user number, your password, somebody else was able to do the bank online transaction on your behalf. Okay? Always bank to those computers, always do net banking on those computers which is having a SSL certificate inbuilt into the system, which means instead of HTTP, you should see that in a HTTPS system, which means when you are transacting to this main system, salted MD5 or SHA1 comes into the picture. You have a symmetric, what I call a session-based key which comes to your system, and you are encrypt your password onto the system, get decoded because they have your session number, and a similar one is used to decode you. So the policies of the banks have to be satisfied. 25% of the cybercrime remains unresolved because the police is yet to be cleared up to understand what is cybercrime. And let me give you a story which came to me from a friend in the US. He went to a mall. It happened 15 years back. He was sitting in his car, a very luxurious car. I get envy sometimes. He was my classmate. He works for Intel. He is the very big shot, staying in Orlando. Then the Dr. Paresh Patani. He was my contemporary in University of British Columbia. And what he saw that he was sitting in a mall and he walked 15 steps and his car got opened. He came back. He locked it again. Everything worked well. He walked again and his car got free again. He was really scared. And what was happening that a nearby car was some 15 feet away. There were 3 people sitting in a car. And what they have done, they have tapped into the Wi-Fi communication which was going between the car and his car seat. And they were just playing the same nuance because of the security breach. They didn't have a event number or a transmission between the things. Okay, that this will be my session ID. And what was happening over there, they had created this Wi-Fi incident, they had leaked into the system because of spoofing, and they were trying to play the same after some time because they had no can't watch it. So what happened is his friend, who was having a very costly mobile in his car, somebody broke into this using the same system. They took away all the details, his bag and all that. He complained to the police. Since it was a very, what I call it, a friendly entry, he blocked out the open. He made a complaint to him. The policeman came and he saw that there was no physical damage to the car, and he blamed this guy, his friend of his, that it was your high-mindedness or empty-mindedness, or you were thinking about Michelle Obama and Obama having that very post-like picture of a warm hug. So you must have forgotten to lock your car. But actually, what has happened, the communication gap or the security transmission of the car key number between the car owner and the car was took and played over there. So that is the security breach over there. So cyber crime, most of the time, never gets solved because the criminals of them are very, very bright people. And let me tell you, I happened to meet one black hat hacker. Believe me, sir, he is a PhD. Dr. Hoda and many of the professors must have given him the knowledge. Even I might have given the knowledge of how to do the things, and they are there. Okay? What are the attackers? Ethical hackers, unethical hackers. Ethical hackers are, I think most of you are known about it, unethical hackers who carry out illegal malicious hacking work. Solutions are white box testing, black box testing, manual testing of each and every application. White box testing, there are NIC, my organization uses these which are the red color, IBM Scan, source code analyzer. Black box testing, IBM Security Scan Standard, IBM Security Scan Enterprise, and HP Web Inspect. We are using that. Make each and every website which is hosted on an IT server. We have almost about 5,000 to 6,000 websites. Each one of them is security audited, and depending upon the need, it is having a SSL certificate on the site. Manual testing, which means each solution is created. There are hosts of people. We have a call center type of thing. The people are sitting and doing a physical testing of each of sites and trying to create some sort of instances and see the data entry gets done and reporting of that. So we have a very, very thorough system of evaluation of the website. This is OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project. Many of them have got changed because of the time. And on the right hand side, that's the okay. Next. So that's this thing over there. Roles and responsibilities, cyberspace, the home, large enterprise, critical sectors, national vulnerabilities, and global. So these are the roles, these are the vulnerabilities, and many of the few important places where it will be Homeland Security, the Treasury Department, the Health and Human Sciences, Department of Energy, Environment Protection Agencies, Department of Agriculture and Department of Defense are the potential threats or potential agencies where security should be very high. Previously we had bombs and bullets, and now we have got bits and bytes to your hand. I have tried to give, you can read it in any good book. Example of a Bangladesh stock market. We have a very, very, very vibrant mixer stock exchange. Imagine a situation that NIC gets hacked. But by the way, I was one of the person who wrote the specifications of the NIC trading in our country way back 1990 and 91.